chairman of the company in 2012 as Ratan Tata's successor. However, his tenure in leadership position was fraught with controversies, and he was removed from the post of chairman later on when there was a vote which happened there at the board of directors. And Sandeep, now, this is very, very shocking right now. We are getting a lot of reactions also coming in from on Twitter. Supriya Sule has tweeted devastating news by my brother Cyrus Mistry passed away. Cannot believe it. Abhishek Kapoor is joining me, our senior executive editor. Abhishek, this is unfortunate news that we are learning that Cyrus Mistry has lost his life in this terrible accident, and he is now confirmed dead.
Well, absolutely. Shivangi, this is a huge loss to the corporate world in the country, into the social life. In fact, given the fact that industrialists like Cyrus and the group that he represented, both Shapurji Palanji and the Tata Sons, of which he was chairman for good 4 years before some differences with the larger board led to his removal. But otherwise also a long corporate career beginning in 1990s, early 1990s, and heading the Tata Group companies, being on the board of directors of Shapurji Palanji. It's a 100 years plus old construction group set up by Cyrus Mistry's grandfather, in fact, and then, on the board of many Tata Group companies. And then, of course, since 2006, on the board of Tata Sons itself, and then becoming chairman in 2012 and at the helm till 2016. So good 4 years at the helm of Tata Sons as well. There were some differences within the board because of which he had to make way. The legal fight, in fact, was still on. Shivangi, NCLT had, in fact, the National Company Law Tribunal had, in fact, ruled in his favor. But then the matter had gone to Supreme Court, with the Tata Sons approaching the topmost court of the country, and the matter was pending there. And in between this tragic accident and Cyrus Mistry losing his life, he was young. He was 1968 born, which means there were another 2-3 decades of corporate career ahead of him. And with the kind of varied, tremendous amount of experience that he had at the helm of these corporations, ranging from construction to information technology to automobiles and to cement and to whatnot, as it is called about Tata Sons, from salt to space and everything else in between. He could have contributed greatly to India's growth story, like we understand every corporate house does in their own manner, be it in terms of generating employment, be it in terms of, contributing to overall economic growth and the GDP. I think it's a tragic loss. We'll have to understand why this accident has happened, why he was traveling by road. He was someone rich enough to, use charter planes most of the time for most of their needs of travel. Information suggests that he was returning from Ahmedabad to Mumbai by road, and there were 3 other people with him. We'll try to connect with the Superintendent of Police of Palghar if we can get him on phone. The accident has happened almost when the car had reached Mumbai, and kind of safety features that these modern cars really have. And he would have obviously not been traveling in an Ola Uber. He would have had a good car, and in pictures you can see it seems like a good car, and yet if it met with an accident, and was there some malfunction? Did the safety features really did not activate? We'll have to understand all those things. I mean, those aspects also, given the enormity of the tragedy and the importance of the man. Remember, in 2013, The Economist had voted him the most important corporate leader, not just in India, but in the United Kingdom as well. He was of Irish descent. I believe his mother, on the mother's side, he was from Irish descent. And his father, in fact, had taken Irish citizenship, and that's why he was half Indian, half Irish in origin. But what is important is that this is a great tragedy for corporate India, and a loss of a leader who could have contributed so much more to the country and its growth over the next couple of decades and more, given the fact that he was so young, born in 1968. and we are getting information of people responding. Shivangi, in fact, everyone is in a state of shock. It's becoming global news. International platforms like Bloomberg and Khaleej Times, they are reporting on Cyrus Mistry's death, and it would be in the fitness of things if this is put to some kind of investigation as well. Supriya Sule, for example, writing devastating news, my brother Cyrus is no more. And apart from that, we are hearing from other important people reacting from the corporate sector, expressing their shock. We have comments from Parimal Nathwani, for example. He's a group president in Reliance. And he says, deeply shocked and saddened by the passing away of former Tata Sons chairman Shri Cyrus Mistry in a road accident near Palghar. It is a great loss. May his soul rest in peace. Om Shanti. Apart from that, there are other corporate heads who have been speaking on this, Shivangi, and we will keep getting you more information on this. As of now, the information is that he has passed away on the spot itself. So that's additional bit of information coming in. There was nothing much to do so far as getting him to the hospital is concerned.
Well, in fact, we're also getting in some more details with regard to the incident that's taken place. This is what we are picking up from the police at this point in time. First, we're being told that the accident took place around 3:15 this afternoon when Cyrus Mistry was travelling to Mumbai from Ahmedabad. The accident took place on a bridge over Surya River. As of now, police says that it seems to be an accident. Along with Cyrus Mistry, there were two other persons who were travelling with him, including the car driver. They were injured. All three have been shifted to a hospital. We're waiting for the details to come in as far as which hospital have they been taken in, because it appears that Cyrus Mistry and the others who were in the car, they were en route to Mumbai. They had left from Ahmedabad when the unfortunate incident took place. Remember, Cyrus Mistry essentially started with the Shapoorji Pallonji Group. It's an infrastructure conglomerate that was owned by his father, Pallonji Mistry. He had essentially taken over. It was Pallonji Mistry who had handed over to his youngest son, who happens to be Cyrus Mistry. Interestingly, he's always kept a very low profile. Cyrus Mistry, despite the achievements that he's had, he was one of the largest shareholders in Tata Sons, granting him a seat on the boards of the company, a baton that was passed on to Cyrus. Thereafter, obviously, the fight that he's had to undertake. In terms of his background, undoubtedly, he's got a strong educational background, a graduate of civil engineering from Imperial College of London, has a master's degree in management from the London Business School. And many would credit Cyrus Mistry for bringing in multiple reforms within his father's conglomerate. And essentially, Cyrus Mistry was largely known for working in a low-profile manner. But remember, there has been a tipping point that Cyrus Mistry had while dealing with the Tata Sons. That was back in 2012 when he was appointed as the chairman of Tata Sons. In addition to being the head of the vast conglomerate, he was also the CEO of Tata's major subsidiaries, which included Tata Steel, Tata Consultancy Services, Tata Motors, Indian Hotels, Tata Chemicals and others. As Abhishek was pointing out, he's half Irish and half Indian. Mistry was not just the sixth chairman of the group, but was also the second chairman who did not carry the Tata name. And till about 2012, till the time he had taken over the reins of Tata, remember, he's always kept a very low profile within the corporate circles. Let me just quickly go back to my colleague, our senior executive editor, who's also joining us on this broadcast. Abhishek, just to quickly recap for all our viewers who are tuning in right now, this is a tragic incident that's taken place. Cyrus Mistry, a low-profile person, and also the struggle that he